thank the organizers for giving me the time. Come from an organization which goes by the acronym of ENN. We're basically a nutrition think tank based out of Oxford, and what we really do is curate, collect, disseminate information on nutrition worldwide. How do we do it? Our main two tools are two magazines. We prefer to call them magazines, or we're in this gray space between a peer-reviewed journal and a popular article. One is called Field Exchange, and the other is called Nutrition Exchange. So we're Oxford-based, more than 2 decades of experience, strengthening evidence and know-how for effective nutrition interventions. So what do? We help people who tackle malnutrition to do the best possible job. So nutrition networking and learning, brokering technical discussion to build consensus. For example, MUAC and weight for height. How can adolescent programming be brought more into the forefront? How can we collect more evidence around adolescent nutrition are some of the things that we're doing just now. Bridging the gap between wasting and stunting, not to say one or the other. Research and reviews to strengthen evidence base for nutrition programming. And we are part of all the big nutrition efforts at a global level in one way or the other. So these are 4 products. Field Exchange, it's this big one which many of you have seen. Copies are available outside. It's a technical publication which has a lot of nutrition-specific articles coming in by practitioners, written in a style that practitioners will appreciate. And Nutrition Exchange focuses a lot on nutrition governance and subnational level programming. And then we have ENN, which is very focused on nutrition-specific interventions and is like an online forum for programming questions. And a very new introduction is what we call the Media Hub, which has blogs, podcasts, and video channels. I want to draw your attention to 2 products which are very specific to Nepal and maybe like beyond that also in a way. We did this study looking at multi-sector programming at the subnational level, going down to 2 districts, one in the Terai Kapilvastu and the other in Jumla. I did this study between July and August in 2017, just based on a series of interviews from individuals working from the district level down to the FCHV and all other sectors also. So our findings are kind of captured in this article. It's about a 20-page publication, and it's available on our website. And we also brought out a video, which is about 15 minutes, where the voices of people who are actually implementing MSNP1 on the ground have been captured in this video, which is also available on Media Hub. Now, this is subtitled in English, voices are in Nepali. So I request this audience to really share. I know that connectivity is very easy in Nepal across, and I would really think that there are pointers for people down on the ground who would like to see what challenges people faced during MSNP1 specific to these 2 districts, perhaps generalizable to across Nepal, and see how they can share their own experiences. We did the same study last year in 2 other countries, in Senegal and in Kenya. These are also available on our website. And then we did a synthesis where we looked at multi-sectoral programming at subnational level in 3 countries, and we synthesized the findings, and we found some very unique and some very distinct to each situation. And we're continuing with this in 3 other countries, like I mentioned yesterday in one of the responses, in Ethiopia, Bangladesh, and in Niger. So I must say that Nepal is one of the countries which has really moved forward. It already has a second phase in multi-sector programming. There are some lessons to be learned, but there is also a lot that has to be done yet. So what can you do next? How can you be part of our network? is you can contribute to one of ENN's publications. And over here, as a piece of encouragement, I would like to say that just last year in Nutrition Exchange, one of the issues which is there outside, yesterday I think there was a mention about Poshan Nanglo, the kind of behavior change tool which is being tried, where women are being tried through the FCHVs to use what is available at home to improve dietary diversity. So that was written about here. We've also carried articles where voices from local government have featured in our publications through a series of interviews. And people from UNICEF who traced the journey of MSNP1, and we hope to have more information on MSNP2 as time goes along. And so please do write in, go to our website, and there are detailed instructions on how to write and how much support you will get to write. Your manuscript is not always kind of just rejected. We try to tell you what's wrong with it, or rather what is missing in it, and then we try to support you through the process of mentoring and writing the article. And we've had many programmatic interventions where people have come and said that we don't have the answer to this question, we'll come back to you later, and they've come back a year later with answers, and then we've been ready to publish it. And then you can subscribe to receive Field Exchange and Nutrition Exchange in hard copy at absolutely no cost. Or e-copies, it can come into your emails. Sign up to ENNET, those of you who are really implementing on the ground. There are special tabs for IYCF programming, for SAM management, for MAM management, and so on, and even for multi-sector programming. And do stay in touch with me. My email address is there, and I will really look forward to receiving requests for articles. This has happened before. I've always gone back with like a to-do list of all the presentations that I've heard. Those of you who are not yet ready with your research for a peer-reviewed journal, but there is the science. What we are interested in capturing is the process of how the work is done. And I do hope that our subscriber base will increase and we are able to generate more interest and capture more evidence to eliminate malnutrition. Thank you very much.